Hello, everyone, and welcome to another day of All Creator Live. And I am back playing more No Man's Sky. Woo! It's 2026, and man, oh man, am I ready for some change? That is for sure. But let me see here. I have a lot to get through on what has been going on since I last played No Man's Sky, which was over 2 weeks ago. I think the last time that I played, I did a chill stream, obviously, because they're still doing all of the redux of the expeditions from last year. I think this is the last one. It only has 4 days left. You only have 4 days left to complete it. It's the Breach Expedition. I'm trying to remember which one that was. Oh, right. It was... Actually, I am kind of struggling to remember. I'm pretty sure it was the one after the Corvette expedition. Oh, right. It was the one where they introduced spacewalking, and gathering salvage from destroyed Corvettes and such in space. So yeah, that one's all about fears. It came out near the end of the Halloween season, so it's all about fears. And if you're not a big fan of the whole spooky, scary aspect of No Man's Sky, then that's probably not going to be the best expedition for you. But I gotta tell you, it's not as hard as it seems. It's just super spooky and super creepy. So, it's creepy and it's kooky, hilariously spooky. That is what it is. And if you're okay with that, then 100% give it a go. 4 days is plenty of time to get it done. And at the end of it, you receive really awesome Corvette parts that you can use to make a Atlas-inspired Corvette. And yeah, I definitely used it to create one of my Corvettes. I could show that off to you guys if you want to see it. Let's load up my game. But yeah, I definitely did a lot to A, my base, and B, my settlements. I got them really cooking. Heart, the autophage settlement that I have, is looking really good. It's coming along very nicely. I think we hit over 1 million in production. So, it's a very reliable source of items now. And my other settlement resolution is basically at max. All of the buildings are at max except for the trade, because I still can't find telecommunication devices, or whatever they're called, telecoordinate devices. I can't remember what they're called, but I still can't find them. I've searched so many high-class systems, and all I kept finding was things like and I can't for the life of me. I'm having such a hard time fighting those damn coordinate devices, and I'm gonna keep looking. I'm hoping to find one, but if I ever do, I am definitely going to rename the system to reflect exactly where it is anyone can find them. So if you are also struggling to find some teleport coordinate devices for your settlement buildings, the trade buildings for your settlement, I will, if I ever find one, I will put on my live stream a picture of the system that I find, just for anyone out there that is in dire need of them as I am. But yeah, let me show off that Corvette really quick, the one I was talking about. I called it... forget what I called it. There, the Adamantoise, right. But yeah, if you complete the Breached Expedition, you can create a ship that's much like this one. All the stuff on the top here, all the really cool spiky looking stuff with the Atlas looking engine, and all the really neat little things with the awesome big ass thrusters in the back. The really cool jagged edged, very edgy Corvette pieces inspired by the Atlas become available for you to use to create your Corvette. And it's not like it's a one and done thing. It's not like pieces that you get from this event and you only get a certain amount. You get the blueprints for these Corvette pieces, so you can craft them as much as you want if you're able to gather the pieces, which are mostly Sentinel items that you pick up from defeating Sentinels. So if you're really good at killing Sentinels, that's the type of Corvette you'd be able to make no problem. And I notice a lot of people have been getting those Corvette pieces, and so many people have made the Batwing, Batman's airplane, Batman's flight ship, Batman's I guess you could also call it not really an airplane, but like a fighter jet. It's basically a fighter jet, Batman's jet, the Batwing. A lot of people have been making it with those parts. So if you want to make something really cool like that, definitely complete the Breached Expedition. Conquer your fears, and that will await you as a reward. But yeah. My base, I really haven't done too much. I've done a bit, but it's all like small cosmetic changes that you all might end up noticing the more that I play. But yeah, first off, let's go and check in with my settlements. Heart first, because I think there's a new building that I'm in the middle of constructing. That's the other thing with Heart, is they've finally begun asking me to build, buildings, which is great. I was hoping they were going to start asking for things like that, because it's hold up. There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't hear Spotify, and in my brain I was thinking to myself, is April's microphone is still on. I have to mute her microphone again. Now hold up. But yeah. Sorry to those of you out there who are probably hearing an echo. I totally forgot to do that. And now watch, next time April is here, I'm going to end up forgetting to unmute her microphone again. But yeah, I was hoping that my settlement will get around to asking for buildings, because that is literally the only way that you're able to improve your settlement and get it to a higher rank, as well as get a lot more things to produce. Like, for instance, now, since I've given them a landing pad, a starship landing pad, they can now create tons frigate fuel for me. I keep calling them tons. But yeah, as you can see, we're doing really well. Once I'm able to get, I think, about 2 more buildings in here and rank them all the way up to S, that will change to an S rank. And I'll be able to start getting the maximum amount of produce that I can get from this settlement. Also, you will see that some of my negative effect status have been removed, and that's because they have also been asking for positive features. This is the only negative feature left, and that should go away the next time they ask me for a positive feature. Typically, when you're getting asked to put positive features in your base, the first thing that you will be getting rid of will always be the negative features. It will say, before you make the decision, it will say, this negative feature shall be removed in replace for this positive feature. And I mean, who would want a negative feature over a positive feature, you know? So yeah, just give it time. It takes a while, but settlement crafting, settlement building, it is 100% worth it for passive income objects, and B, it's one of the more fun aspects of No Man's Sky to those that really like town management and being able to come back into No Man's Sky and have something to do. That's one of the things that is really for end game users of No Man's Sky, is the settlement crafting, because it can take so long for you to craft the perfect settlement that it's like every day that you come in, you have something brand new to do for your settlement. And even now, since they've done the settlement update 2 years ago, if you completely max out your settlement and make it perfect the way you want to, you can even go and start up a brand new settlement. It used to be you only had one settlement, and once you maxed it out, that was it. It was kind of like you've done everything in No Man's Sky, but now you have 4. So I think 5 even. I think it's like you can have 1 for each race. An autophage settlement, Korvax, Vakeen, and Gek settlement. So, no, that is 4. Duh, I forgot. That's right, there isn't like there isn't 1 for travelers. There are 5 races. There are just only 4 of them that are NPC related. So yeah, you can now have 4 bases, or 4 settlements. So you could, if you're bored with one settlement, you could just go make a new one, you know? And all of them look different. They're all themed around each of their races, so it's exciting to see exactly. Yep, see, here we go. Another new construction opportunity. Citizens have submitted plans for the development of both a new docking area. Why do they want so many docking areas? And market data indicate new docking area, and a market data indicates a 56 approval rating for the docking area, while 57 approve of the market. I think I should get the market. We don't even have a market here yet, so obviously I'm going to choose the market. We already have a docking area. I don't know who those 56 people are, but I don't think they're paying attention to to what kind of buildings we have here in our settlement. So plus look at that, like 24,000 in production, 1 new citizen, 3 population capacity. Wow, that's so many things. Why wouldn't you take a marketplace? I think that could be why I have so many marketplaces in resolution because it provides so much, you know. All right, so let's get it started so it can get built and start giving us all those good things. But yeah, the other new building that they asked me to make like about 2 weeks ago is this one right here. I know I already have one, but it was either make another one of these or another one of these, and I was like, I already have one of both of those. So I chose this just because it increases production. Oh, it's already at S. Okay. Yeah, I got it all the way. This only takes about like 20 minutes to build each part to it. Let's see how long this takes. Wow, 2 hours. Okay. So we'll be able to upgrade it a little bit before we end the stream, but you know, you guys probably won't see the rest of the construction on that building during this stream. Okay. Next settlement. So right now with resolution, we don't really have anything to build. We don't have anything to approve of in terms of features. We've got all of the positive stuff. We've got everything to max. We just need those 3 buildings maxed out. And they are still pretty good, even though they're all 3 of them are an A class. They still provide some pretty neat stuff. So yeah, I feel like I'm 100% done with resolution until I can find those coordinate devices. So now I only stop by here to see what the citizens have to do, because they'll still find things for you to have them do, like they want to go out and patrol the area, they'll want to go out on expeditions, they'll want to give you gifts, you know, those are all just like general things that your citizens will do for you in your settlement, and you can get rewards for each one based on what they are. But your main thing that you're gonna do whenever you stop by is just pick up the stuff that they've made for you. As you can see, the autophage camp is actually producing more frigate fuel, and I think that's because the autophage encampment, the autophage specialize in technology, so you got to keep that in mind as well. Each of the settlements that you get to choose from will specialize in one thing. So, like, for instance, this is a Korvax settlement, and I think... let me see what we can produce. I'm trying to think about specialization. I feel like the Korvax would be good at producing things like basic materials, like these basic productions here, you know. But the autophage also get like special items that you can craft at their spaces, like Atlantidium, and I've already demonstrated that. But yeah, there are reasons to have several different settlements, so don't think it's all just, oh, an extra thing that you can do. There are not only extreme benefits to it, but it's like your freighter. It provides passive production, passive items. And yes, I do see this building every time that I play. It's a level B, I know, but I've already established on the stream, it doesn't have a computer. It doesn't have a way to upgrade it. So I've just completely given up on this building. All the other buildings are an S except for the 3 trade stations that are A. You know, I can't do anything about that, as I said. But yeah, this whole corner of the basically this whole corner of the settlement is just gonna be it's just gonna be the oh yeah, there go the other 2 trade buildings. But yeah, just like those buildings are going to be like the worst for wear buildings. They're that it's that part of town where it's a little a little sketchy, I guess you could say. All right, let's see what our citizens want us to do. The overseer will be aware that the settlement's cobalt workshop and the effects it has on production are brave workers ensured its continued operation after a lapse in judgment from one of the citizens. I think I kind of remember that. Oh, right. It was back when... Oh, wait. That wasn't a thing that happened off the stream. I changed out the aromatic scent release system for a cobalt workshop, and while it wasn't the thing that a lot of the citizens approved of, they did give a little bit more positive feedback towards the cobalt workshop, and it lowered maintenance cost because the scent creating device, whatever it was called, I can't remember what they're called anymore, but those, if you guys remember, it was during one of my live streams. It did actually create a problem that made it seem like people were getting addicted to them, and it was causing malfunctions, which was bringing down cost. So I felt, you know, a cobalt workshop doesn't seem to have any negative side effects to it, so I'll swap that out. But lapse of judgment from one of the citizens and our community leaders feel a token of appreciation may be appropriate. So someone kind of goofed up at the cobalt workshop, and the workers were capable of sustaining everything, even though one of them kind of messed up. So yes, let's grant them a holiday. Why would you do? That's so mean. I feel like only a person with a dark heart would be like, oh, you guys, okay, cool, you did your job, now get the fuck out of my factory. Get out of my face, get out of my office. I ain't granting you no holiday for doing your job. No, these guys deserve a holiday. Here you go. There we go, everybody's happy. How much did that increase my happiness by? Ooh, nice. 152. But yeah, the aromatic... Oh no, we still have gentle scent generators. I think we just had 2 gentle scent generators, so that could have been why they were causing a problem. They were getting addicted to them because they were everywhere and they couldn't avoid it. And if I remember correctly, it was causing some problems, like maybe they were getting a little too high off the supply and weren't working as efficiently and at their jobs. Alright, now let's go ahead and go to the cold hand, because I remember I sent out some, because we've been getting so much frigate fuel, I've been able to have a steady supply of frigate fuel to send my frigates out on expeditions and get me stuff. So, oh, and as a result of that, I also decided to change my freighter a little bit, so you guys will see in just a minute. I changed the entranceway. But yeah, as you can see here, this little area I have here that's supposed to be like an inspection area to see for... I want to make it look like it's supposed to check for diseases and weapons and things like that when you're first entering my frigate. But yeah, I added this fleet command station, so now I have 5, which is the max amount that you can have, because that's the max amount you can send out on expeditions. So yeah, now I can send out as many of my frigates as I want to. And let's check in on all of them and see how they're doing. Everyone came back perfectly fine. Now let's get a situation report. I like to let this scroll up so any of you watching in the archives can pause to read any of this stuff. Sometimes it's kind of funny because some of the log entries are either going to have a reference towards a movie or a video game in there, thrown in there somewhere as an Easter egg. And then sometimes it's funny, like there's this one log entry I remember reading where the people were too stupid to figure out what it was they were trading for, and it ended up resulting in their planet being destroyed. And I was like, what? The people of my frigates are ruthless sometimes. Like they did it on purpose. I felt like at first it was a nod to a Rick and Morty episode, but then I was like, no, that's way too convenient. That would be way too much of a coincidence. That was a very small part of an episode of Rick and Morty. So it's like, why would you make an Easter egg about it? It's not even like a popular episode, so. There's an episode of Rick and Morty where at the very end of it, the people that had kidnapped them, him and Morty, were demanding a type of space fuel that would advance their technology and such. Rick gave them the formula, as a way of, just being like, okay, fine, let us go, I'll give it to you. Or, no, they tricked him into giving it to them by making a fake Morty and having it, kind of gain access to the information on how to make the formula. And he knew it was a fake Morty, so he gave it the wrong information, and when they crafted the advanced fuel, it ended up resulting in them blowing up their entire civilization. So I was like, that sounds like the same thing, but that's just way too vague to be the same type of scenario. So I was like, nah, that's not an Easter egg. It's just a funny outcome to one of the expeditions. Oh, I accidentally did that. Sorry. All right, next one. But yeah, I've read a lot of these log entries to the point where they're all just kind of repeating themselves on my end. But I do like to have them up still so that you guys can read them if you're interested. I made myself some hot dogs today. I'm not eating them with a bun. I just have them and I'm dipping them in some ketchup. A lot of times I don't feel like eating them with a bun because it could be filling. I want the meat, not the fiber. The last thing I need today is fiber, that's for sure. But yeah, I really do think that the frigate log entries were probably one of the best design choices. Because there are some people out there that go nuts for this type of stuff. I'm one of them. But I kind of wish they would put in more Easter eggs. I realize that this game has to be serious to some extent, but when they do funny little things like Easter eggs and stuff like that, it is nice to see. I will admit. Now, I've never played Mass Effect, but one of the frigates that I send out is a Mass Effect inspired frigate. So anytime you get a log entry from that ship, it could be in relation to something that happened in the Mass Effect series. So if there's anyone out there who plays Mass Effect and can read or can, notice when there are callbacks to the game anytime that I am getting the breakdown of the expeditions, let me know, because for God's sake, I really do kind of wish I could pick up on things like that. I know I could play the Mass Effect series, but I'm like, I've already got so many things to do. And besides, it's not really the kind of game for me, if I'm being honest. I'm less likely to play the Rudy Tooty space shooters. I know No Man's Sky can feel like that sometimes, but it's not the main draw point. Oh, lately, I do want to comment. Lately, I have been watching a lot of new people get into No Man's Sky, and it's really refreshing to see a lot of younger kids getting into this game. I think I mentioned before that I've been watching someone named Phosphorus, and they've really gotten into this game. They're taking a break right now because of the holiday season, but they've really gotten into this game, and they're really enjoying it, and they bring a lot of that Gen Alpha humor. So if you are a young person tuning into my stream and you feel like I'm out of touch and you're like, this guy's boring and old, you could check out Phosphorus. He's growing in popularity. So maybe you've already seen some of his stuff already, but, he's also playing No Man's Sky. So if you're interested in this game and would rather get a perspective from someone more younger than myself, 100% go check out his channel. This is also one of the special frigates with its own unique log entries. Oh god, yeah. The Leviathan, my living frigate that I have, that I think I already demonstrated. I already showed off the expedition that it was a part of. It recently put in... I saw one of the log entries from it a couple of days ago when I was just playing the game for fun. The log entry read that the living ship encountered some combat, and it had taken one of the members of the rival frigate and split him apart with all 6 of its tentacles, resulting in everyone on that frigate freaking out and running away in their own I was like, wow, that is brutal. I was like, holy shit. The Leviathan's a psychopath. Like, you didn't have to go that hard in combat. Oh, I feel so bad for that. It specifically said with all 6 tentacles. I was like, what? No, I don't want to picture that. Oh, man. It's like my other frigates were saying, release the Kraken. And everyone on the rival frigate was like, oh, no. But yeah, that's the fun part of reading the log entries, is it kind of like paints a picture in your head. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes funny. But yeah, if you're a big fan of reading, if you're a big fan of text adventures, as I've said before on this stream, No Man's Sky panders to all of that. Its development was completely based around the idea that it was going to be a text adventure. An adventure where your choices would make differences and such depending on the kind of path you wanted to go in. That's what they originally had planned, but they realized the scope of the game would make that a little bit difficult, you know? So, while our choices don't have huge consequences, there is still a lot of really fun stuff to read. Especially if you're a sci-fi fan. My father gave me a $25 gift card for Christmas. And I used it to buy a heating mat for my food. And it does a really good job. These hot dogs taste great. Sorry, I'm just finishing this one up. All right. So, let me think. What do I want to do? I don't think I have enough tons. Yeah, 1,000. 17,000. That's enough to send them out on one mission, but I kind of want to be able to stock up for another mission afterwards. So I think I'll hold on to them until I get a nice good restock of frigate fuel. Because I do plan on playing again on the weekend, to do the weekend. They did the weekend Nexus mission. They did a repeat of the weekend Nexus mission, where last time they had us go to a planet and build a base, an underwater base. They did the same thing this weekend. I was like, why are they wanting us to make so many underwater bases? I deleted mine. I was like, I already have a nice one on a nice populated planet. So, whoa, where's the water? Oh, I was looking at the wrong side. I thought all of the rocky area there was the water. I was about to say, where did all the water go? It's not picking up on my... Huh. That's weird. I want to land. Oh, please don't tell me I'm landing on the water. Oh, I'm landing on the I'm landing on the ground next to the platform. Ugh. What in the hell? What's going on with this platform? Is it malfunctioning or something? It's turned red. Well, let's go land at another one and go over and see what's up. I don't know why it wouldn't let me land. To anyone wondering why I decided to build my base next to a trade station, A, it's convenient for trade. B, it's convenient to get more of the language of the Vakeen. And B, wait, that would be C. So it's like A, B, and C. It would allow for more people to land near my base. So that way, you know, I'm not dealing with, if more people join in the stream, I'm not dealing with a lot of issues in terms of parking. There we go. So I'm thinking I'll do the Quicksilver mission today. And then I'll do some fishing. You know, a nice chill time. It's been about a half hour now, so. So I still got time before I start getting sleepy. Ah. But yeah, heating pad. Very good investment. I really didn't know such a thing existed until 3 months ago. I put it on my Christmas list, but, you know, times are tough, so I can understand how my family didn't really have the money to buy one. The way my family works is I really wish that they would be more mindful of what it is they spend on me. Especially April. She loves to go all out during Christmas. But I feel so bad when she spends so much. And she really doesn't have to. But yeah, when I asked for it, the feedback I got from them about it was, do you want one that is like this and that? You know, they were talking about the more expensive ones, and I'm like, you don't have to get me the really expensive one. You can give me the small one. That's all I really need. Give me the small one that's a generic company, you know, etc., etc. I don't need the really expensive ones, but you know, they don't usually like buying inexpensive things for people, and I get that. I don't do the same thing. I don't like buying cheaply made stuff for people, but you know, it's just a heating pad. If it breaks down, I don't have a big problem with it. The one that I got now here, the one that I'm using, is working perfectly fine. It was only 25 bucks. Actually, less than that. It was like $20 and, you know, like 20 something plus tax. So it was like $23, I think. I don't know if I want to do that. You know what? I'm gonna do it. It's easy, but I didn't like the idea of the reward just being a Star Shield battery. I'm like, me. Oh. Excuse me. You know what I should have done? I was talking, so my brain just... Oh, that's pretty far. So up a little bit. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. I was talking, so I forgot to go and check the traps, the fish traps. The building's not loaded yet. I just want 18 killed, so it's not a huge... Oh, I just gotta make sure he doesn't see me do it. Wait, where's... Oh, this is one of these where I have to find the building. I was like... The building hasn't loaded yet. No, it's just they want me to land on a random area and then go find the building. I think I could see it in the dark. I think it's over that way. Yeah. These infested buildings will sometimes have... What? Oh, knowledge. Along with bullets. Thank you. The Vakeen word for no? I didn't have the Vakeen word for no? That's so basic. I like how that one's on top of the knowledge stone. That's nice. Unlike this right here, which is inside of the knowledge stone, that one spawned on top of it for some reason, which is a nice touch. I like that. But I'm just wondering why the same thing didn't apply for, you know, for this crate right here. Yeah, I was right. That was the building right there. Oh, fuck, hole! See, even veterans make that mistake. I saw a lot of newcomers. Like I said, I've been tuning into a lot of the newcomers to this game, and one of them I watched was doing a live stream, and he fell in a hole, and he was just like, "Oh my god, oh, I feel so stupid." And I'm like, "No, that happens." That happens. It happens to the best of us. The holes just seem to pop up out of nowhere in No Man's Sky. Alright, best way to deal with the whole pest thing, you know, unless you want to collect the eggs, is to just, you know, take out your gun, blast one of the eggs. And then here they come. Yeah, just mow them down. They can't get you up here, they can't shoot at you. It's a super simple thing. It's a little bit harder because I put a combat scope. Why isn't it? Okay, well. I put a combat scope on my gun to try and help stabilize my shots. But I don't know why it's not working today. Right now. Oh, because I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. There's the button. I was using my visor, not the auxiliary weapon thing. But yeah, as you can see, it really did help improve stabilization. They're going back under. Gotta destroy another egg. If you really want to get rid of these guys, you notice how a lot of them spawn in the same area? You could just, you know, drop a bomb down on top of them as they're spawning. Kill the entire group before they have a chance to disperse. I think the thing that's annoying me is the fact that it's using up so many of my bullets really fast. Sometimes I just like to let the fire do damage and such. But then again, they get away. Sometimes. The fire doesn't do as much damage as I would like, is what I'm saying. In fact, sometimes it seems completely unnecessary. However, on occasion... Damn, I still have to kill one more. And there we go. That should do it. Alright. Sometimes on occasion, the enemies will die to my fire, so I'm like... And I can't use the runic stone to go invisible and get out of here, because these things apparently track your body heat, because the runic stone does not work. They can still, you know, see you, as you can see there. They're still targeting me. So, the only thing the runic stone, the cloaking device, works with are sentinels and robot-related enemies. The biological creatures don't fall for it. I'm guessing because they all operate their vision through body heat. And there they go. Alright, let's check inside the building now, see if it has any goodies. any nanites for me. Sometimes when the Sentinels see you destroy those eggs, they get mad at you. I don't know if it's just... Maybe they've patched that out, but I definitely remember one time when I destroyed an egg, the Sentinel was super mad, and the Abyssal Heart... the, Abominations came out. And, so I had to deal with them and the Sentinels at the same time, but I'm guessing they might have fixed that. Maybe it was just like a temporary thing that had happened. Maybe it was tied to the destruction of an item on the planet, and the egg was seen as an item, like, or not an item, but an object, like a tree or a rock. Or maybe there was just a rock next to it. I don't know. I can't remember. I just remember destroying the egg, and a Sentinel got mad, and I was like, "Wah, why? That's not your baby, is it?" But, you know, there might have been like a tiny rock underneath of the egg or something, and destroying that rock pissed off the Sentinel. This will be my last recording for quite some time. I have refitted my vessel with a powerful Advinsko hyperdrive and a cryogenic suspensor pod. It is my intention to enter a dormancy state. Oh, well, that didn't end well. In order to survive the journey to the distant source of the anomalous message. I have nothing to hold me here. I have committed myself. While I sleep, I will listen to the signal. My resting mind may be able to preserve yet more meaning from it. Oh boy. So what do you leave behind? Nanites. Thank you. I had a feeling it was going to be nanites. I was saying coming in here, I'd just see what goodies are inside the building. Probably some nanites. And that was right. I was right. You typically always get nanites from those things. You know, unless you're first starting out, I believe there is something story related where when you go to one of these buildings, it gives you a blueprint or something like that. I haven't seen them lately, but there used to be like tendrils on top of the ceiling in these buildings. This might not be the right type of building for that to be spawnable. But yeah, this is one of the new buildings. This building is one that they put into the game during the Lost expedition. It was either Lost or Abandoned, I can't remember. But it was an update that introduced the new game mode where it's called the Abandoned game mode, where you can explore an entire universe that has just been abandoned by everything. There are no NPCs or anything, but they included these types of bases, which are different from the regular bases that you will find that you would find that were infested. But yeah, it's a fun play mode. I've already done it before because it was part of an expedition related to the update.
Hey, Jason.
Yo, Bryce. It's going great. It's a nice chill stream. I have some snacks here on a heating pad. They're staying warm, and I'm staying warm. It's not too cold these days, but it's gonna start getting colder. I'm wondering if we're going to have a longer winter this year as a result of how hot it's been lately. It's been surprising, but like for the past month, it feels like everything hasn't been getting that cold. It's been around the 60s and even 70s on some days, and I'm like, wow, that's. I realize I live in the South now, and it's a much more warmer climate, but it would at least like last year, it got down around the 30s. You know, it was around the 30s at this time. Oh, I gotta get back in my ship. Shit, where'd I park? Oh no. I don't want to waste thruster fuel calling my ship here. Who cares? I got a rechargeable battery on my ship, so let's call it in. Oh, was it over there? Maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. I guess I just ran in the wrong direction. But yeah, I just completed my daily mission for Quicksilver, so I'm about to go turn that in. I was exploring a infested base, destroyed some biological horrors. You know, same old, same old. But yeah, how has your day been, Bryce? Oh wait, did I ask that? No, I don't think I did yet. Hold up, I need to adjust something. Hey Bryce, hold on a second. I gotta go help my sister with something. Be right back.
At Bryce Campbell 5790. My day has been good. I got my Duran up to level 90 in Genshin and then I unlocked mirror mode in Mario Kart World, along with the last few vehicles.
Alright, I'm back. My sister just got home. She picked up some groceries after work. I had to help her with a couple of bottles of water. Oh, Bryce, you said... Oh, nice. Duran's level 9. Oh, okay, cool. That's surprising. He's a brand new character. So how do you like using Duran, by the way? Ah, and you unlocked everything in mirror mode, or you unlocked mirror mode. Mario Kart World. Cool. I'm surprised they still have mirror mode. I'm not that surprised, but, you know, because it's an open world game, I realize a lot of things are kind of tied together. But being able to program each track like that to also have mirror mode, I guess wouldn't be that surprising. Oh, right, I'm turning in my mission. Alright, now let's hope I get the same, the thing I want, the Star Shield battery. Okay, I did. I have still been getting that glitch where I think I'm going to get buried technology, but instead I end up getting what are they? Life support gel. It's a weird glitch. They're like, yeah, you complete this, you'll get 400 Quicksilver and 3 buried technology. But nope.
At Bryce Campbell 5790. I haven't played with him.
Really? Oh, that's surprising. I mean, I understand why some people don't just like play a character and instead just grind it to have that character ready to go when you do want to use him. But whenever it is I'm grinding up a character, like recently my last stream I was doing that for Klee. I was using her at the same time, you know? Just because I kind of like the idea that they're helping themselves get better, you know? That's how I feel. Whoa, why is this... I'll leave it alone. I was just wondering why this was... why this part of the ground regenerated. But it doesn't look that bad. I'll leave it. I hope it doesn't become a thing, though. I don't want this whole side of the mountain to come back and completely bury the autophage buildings I've created here. I think the coolest new decoration they have that you can build is this one right here, the autophage thing here. I think it's awesome. You can also resize it so you can make it look like it makes tiny autophages for you. Actually, wait, can you resize it? Well, regardless, you can resize it if you do the glitch that's still here in the game. I do like that a lot of people have pointed out that No Man's Skies or Hello Games is just like, yeah, some of the glitches are okay to have in the game, because it kind of reminds me of the same aspect that they would have in Little Big Planet back when everybody was playing Little Big Planet and they'd find a glitch. Media Molecule would leave the glitch in if it wasn't too detrimental to gameplay, and it resulted in a lot of really cool stuff in the game. It especially made the community happy because it made them feel like they could show off their stuff without incurring the wrath of developers being like, oh, we don't like that, let's take it out the game, and then patching it. So yeah, as long as it's not detrimental to gameplay, Hello Games is like, yeah, we'll leave it in, no problem. That's why we still have, to this day, the whole jetpack boost that you can do. While you're running, if you punch and hold down the jetpack at the same time, you'll get a little boost. That was not intentional. That was not something... That was not something they intended to happen when they were developing the game, but players discovered it and they kept it in. They were like, yeah, it's no big deal, we'll leave it in. It's not doing anything bad, it's not problematic, so as long as it's not problematic, there's no reason to take it out. Hello Games is just chill like that. Oops. Keep forgetting it's 2 doors, not 1. But yeah, this whole area up here, I want to use the Atlantidium I've been collecting. How much do I have now? About 4,000. I want to make a little autophage city up on top of this mountain range. That kind of overlooks my base down there. My museum base down there. You know, a little something to emphasize the fact that I really like the autophage. They're my favorite race in No Man's Sky. A lot of people love the Gek because they're probably the only really adorable thing about this game. I mean, some of the Gek look disgusting, don't get me wrong. Some of them are hideous. But some of them are just really adorable. They're like a little parrot or a tiny dinosaur. It's really cute. That's why everybody loves the Gek. But I love the autophage. I think they're cool. Alright, so we still have an hour and 8 minutes left till that building is done. Let me check out the other settlement. See if I can do anything there. Okay. And go over to Resolution. They have something new for me to check out. But yeah, Bryce, I'm happy you're happy with Mario Kart World. I have a couple of friends that have gotten that game, but they've already stopped playing it. I can understand why a lot of our friends don't have the game because they're not able to afford a Nintendo Switch too, so it makes sense why they're not playing it anymore. But I'm happy that you're getting a lot out of it. I think you said you have Final Fantasy 7? I think it was? No, Dragon Quest 7. The remake that you plan on doing on the stream sometime in the future. Now that looks like it's a lot of fun. I would like to get it if I had the money, but I'm hoping sometime around my birthday I might get it as a present. Or at least some PlayStation Network cards so I could get it as a present. But, you know, until something like that happens, I'm probably going to be holding off on getting that game. In fact, even my tax return that I'm going to be getting this year, I've already got it spent because there are a couple of things that I need to get to replace here at the house. So
At Bryce Campbell 5790.
Trails Beyond the Horizon.
Trails Beyond the Horizon.
You are a big Trails fan. That's great that they're coming out with so many of the games. I think you even played their more recent title last year, I think it was, in 2024. You said there was a Trails game that came out. So it's good that they're keeping up with the series. I kind of wish that... it's Bandai, right? Wait, no. Who is it that also makes Ys? They make the Trail series too. It's shoot. It's not Bandai. It's I'm not good at remembering these corporations. Not all of them, anyway. The more vague ones. Seed. That's it. Xseed. But, yeah, I kind of wish that they would do more with the Ys series. I'm very much looking forward to the next one that comes out.
Trails is
Falcom? Falcom. Oh, is Ys Falcom also? Ugh, I get the smaller developers. I tend to get confused, especially the ones in Japan. Okay, so it's Falcom, right? Right, Falcom. Damn it. I watched like a history of Falcom like several months ago, and I've already forgotten it. That's how old I'm getting. I'm not retaining information as well as I used to. But oh, that's right. I'm going in here. But yeah, I cannot wait for the next East game. I know that it's only been a year since they made one, and the DLC still has to release for Nordics, but it's such a good series. I really love it. So I'm glad at least you're getting the trial series as frequently as you are. That's great. Because if they weren't doing anything for their fan base, I'd kind of be like, wow, they're being a bit lazy these days, aren't they? But, you know, they have several games.
At Bryce Campbell 5790. Trails is rumors to be nearly over, with the one being localized supposedly being 90% through the overall story, though nobody knows for sure.
Okay. So it's still got a determined date, but it's going to be releasing this year, so... At least that's something for you to look forward to. Yeah, I have no clue when they're going to make the next East. I never know. It took them 5 years to make Nordics, so... But I understand. It's because they have a lot of other franchises that they have to get through. And it's really all on demand, so... Yeah, what do we got going on here? The citizenry have proposed a festival in recognition of the solstice. Wow, we just had a holiday. Oh, that's fine. Though exempting all citizens from work for the event will be costly. 87% believe the cost will be worthwhile. Yeah, sure. I don't really care. I'm already waiting for my next installment, so I may as well... I already have like a whole day to wait for the next production to come out. So I may as well wait like another... I feel like that would take about a half hour, maybe an hour for the debt to be cleared. There you go, everybody. Don't worry, be happy. Enjoy the holiday. Yeah, that's about an hour. And there they go, they're firing off the fireworks. I can hear them. I can feel them because there's also a bit of a rumble. The closer you get, the more the rumble. It's like in the center. Where's the center again? Oh, here it is. There we go. Nice, powerful rumble. Here, let me hold it up to the mic. I don't know if you can hear that. The rumbling from my PS5 controller. Happy New Year! That's gonna go for a while, so I may as well just head on out. Alright, while we're waiting for that next building, let's go on and head home and do some fishing. But yeah, we can also check the Corvette Mission Command Station and see if there are any interesting missions available. There might be some related to fishing, so... Oh goodness. Is my Corvette gonna be parked in the same place? No, it's not, because it's my default starship right now. Damn it. No, it's not. It is my other starship is the default. It's just the... Oh, I guess it despawned. Oh well. That's fine, I can call it back. I do like that the Corvette has that feature. It kind of gives it a whole other aspect to having a Corvette, is that it can be a home away from home as well as a space anomaly away from the space anomaly. So I don't have to go up to the space anomaly every time I need to check and see what missions are available. Oh, cool. There we go. We got a fishing mission here. Get some ion batteries. Now, see, this is something that I have grown suspicious of now. Every time they have the reward be salvaged data, lately I just haven't been getting salvaged data. So if I was to go and destroy all of those plants, I may not end up getting the salvage data. Sometimes I end up getting something else. Like maybe I'd get this ion battery instead or something. So I've kind of grown weary of doing missions that require you, or that results in you getting salvage data, because I never end up getting the salvage data sometimes. It's annoying. So until I notice a change in that, I'm no longer going to do that. I don't know how much damage I took from fighting those abominations, but I want to make sure. Oh shit. I should sell that. I could sell a couple of these things. Let's go do that. But yeah, I also put a trade station here in my base for convenience. And anyone who wants to come to my system, I have the descented bottles that are kind of hard to find. So, you can come and buy some if you want. Now, where's the gunk, the goop? There it is. What else we got here? Put this in my freighter. To anyone wondering why I'm specifically growing gamma root, it's so that I can make fishing bait. The luxurious fishing bait requires gamma root, and gamma root's kind of one of those annoying plants to go and gather, because the planets that they're on are heated planets, and they're not always easy to find. You sometimes have to trek a bit to try and find them. Turn this sodium into sodium nitrate. Oh, has it been 2 hours already? No, it's been like an hour and a half. I guess the battery on my earpiece wasn't all the way charged, because it's telling me, "Low battery, please charge." Oh, what was here? Oh! During one of the Quicksilver missions, they wanted me to feed a bunch of animals. So I ran out of animal pellets. Alright, let's do some fishing. But first I'm gonna have to change out my earpiece because it keeps saying low battery, please charge. Just an hour and a half. That's not much. Not much time. It could just be that I didn't have it sitting on the charger right, but then why did it still have an hour and a half of battery? You know? And I'm worried that these very cheap earbuds that I got are starting to break down, and I might have to get another pair. I've had them for about a year now, so I guess it makes sense. But, you know, it's still annoying. I'm trying to make sure I put this on the charger the right way. I mean, what do you expect when you pay for cheap technology, you get cheap technology? Start charging. There. But yeah, to anyone wondering how much I did pay for those earbuds, they were $10, so if I have to replace them, I can. But, I mean, $10 is still kind of a lot to pay for something that's just going to break eventually. Like, buying generic food is no big deal to me because it's food, you know? It does its purpose, it fills you up. But buying cheap technology always tends to have this kind of result, you know? It always tends to break down earlier than you're hoping it does. And you have to get another one. But at least it lasted about a year, you know? It could have been worse. It could have broke like the first month I had it. Alright, let's make sure I have bait equipped. I was doing a lot of fishing. Okay, I still have some bait. Oh, I don't know why I never realized this before, but a month or so ago, I realized there's a customizable area for your fishing rod. You have several different types of bait to choose from. This one I'm using is the that's the name here, the Unlucky Grub, which is like a little anomalous worm from one of the infested planets. It kind of looks like the grub that you would squish to get the brood mother to show up. So that's the one I'm using, but there's also the standard, which never seems to load correctly because it's not how it's supposed to look. The Space Anomaly, a mini replica of the Space Anomaly. Distress Signal, you know, the little buried signal things that are typically on fire. You see them in the ground. Crimson Eye. This also never really loads correctly because I'm thinking there's supposed to be like a glowing red source in the center of it. The Atlas, just like a little Atlas symbol. This one I haven't unlocked yet. I don't know how to unlock it. Orbital Station, a replica of the old-fashioned orbital stations that used to be the default space station. Salvaged Hand. This one I was using for a while because it's really cool, pretty intricate. It's not loaded all the way. There we go. There we go. But yeah, really cool. It's a autophage hand, you know. Alluring Jar. Just a jar. Nothing special about that. I like the detail of rust on it though. Vile Egg. Just an abomination egg. Nothing to see here. We all know what they look like. I took out some of them earlier today. The Unlucky Grub, my favorite. And, you know, I think this is the other default one that you get. You get two default ones. This one, the exotic plumage. and the standard. But all the other ones you have to unlock. And I haven't been paying attention. I have absolutely no idea how I unlocked all of the ones that I have unlocked now. But I'm guessing maybe you get them unlocked just by regularly fishing, you know? Yeah, I got 25 things of bait. Let's use them up, and if I need to, I'll... if I need to, I'll make more bait. I need to catch... What's it say down there? 19 fish. 19 uncommon fish. Get another hot dog. Enjoy that while I fish. And to anyone wondering why I'm using mealworm bait, just like, oh, just make some better bait. You'll clear out this mission in no time. I don't want to. Because this way I have like a 50-50 chance of getting what I need to complete the mission, and there's a sense of gambling in that, and I like that. If I was to make any kind of bait that does even a little bit better than the mealworm bait, it would not present that challenge, you know? And I like the luck involved with fishing in video games. I think that's kind of why I like fishing mini games in the first place, is that it's kind of a form of gambling that doesn't have that many downsides to it, you know? Unless you're playing a game where you can end up getting really bad junk all the time, you know, which you very rarely have games that will do that to you. So yeah, I'm using the mealworm because it's always a surprise. Am I going to get the fish that I need, or am I going to get just a regular old fish that I don't need, you know? And regardless, I'm getting fish, you know? I'm not getting junk. So I can still turn them in, even if they're the kind of fish I don't need, and get some nanites for them. Because it stacks up. What I like to do occasionally when I'm doing a mission like this is that I just make 30 mealworms and I see if I can complete the mission with the 30 mealworms. If not, then I bite the bullet, and however many I have left to catch, I'll just throw an empty line out there and hope I get lucky. And if I get junk, then I get junk. You know, that's the penalty for not being able to successfully collect the amount of fish that I need with just regular mealworms, you know? It's just the penalty for being unlucky, you know? And as I've said before, I've got a little bit of a gambler in me, you know? I like to just put it all on the line and be like, all right, whatever happens, happens. Let's see. I mean, that's why some people play video games, you know? That's certainly why my grandfather played video games. He had so many casino games at his house. A lot of them. A lot of the little mini handheld ones, the larger non-digital ones. He had his own roulette table. He had his own slot machine. He really liked gambling. It was one of his favorite things to do. He had a computer, but all he had on it was gambling games and golf. Don't get me wrong, like a lot of old people, he liked golf. But yeah, it's just something people enjoy about video games. There's the whole luck aspect to it. Because when you're successful and you're lucky enough to get something, it kind of sends that endorphin feel to your brain. You're like, ooh, yes, cool. I put it all out there and I was rewarded. Hooray. That kind of feeling, you know? It's not a huge feeling, but you don't want it to be. Because whenever something gives you too many endorphins, you get addicted to it. And you get so addicted to it to the point where you're going to want to pay money for it. Then that is just detrimental to your own personal health. When you're ready to have fun at the expense of, you know, paying for food, paying for rent, then that's detrimental. But a side game like fishing in a regular game, and it's not asking you for real world money, there's no downside to it. Yeah, well, that's a perfectly healthy reason to gamble in a to gamble in any sense of the word. But when it's preventing you from living your life, that's when it becomes a detriment. And that's the same follows for like literally anything in your life. If it's going to prevent you from living your life happily, then it is a detriment to your life. Whether it is a slow detriment or a fast detriment, it's beyond that. That's beside the point. It's a detriment either way. Whoa, what? Oh, I thought for a second the platform was disappearing, but no, it was Sentinel scanning it. That same Sentinel, I feel like, is the one that always likes to hang out around my base here. I made a short on my other channel where that Sentinel ended up getting onto my Corvette by accident. I called it No Bots Allowed. And it happened on a day when I wasn't streaming. I was just having fun, but I still captured the moment with PlayStation Share and uploaded it up to my old channel because... Ooh, a gold one. Nice. Because I don't have my new YouTube channel linked up to my PlayStation 5. And I mean, why should I? You know, it's not like I live stream directly from my PlayStation anymore. This is the last one, and after this I'm going to make more mealworms. I don't really feel like just tossing the line out there empty. That'd take way too long. I have 4 more fish to get. That's going to take way too long for you guys. I don't want to do that. Alright, let's make more bait. Also, mealworm bait is the cheapest bait to make, so it's like, why not? If I wanted even more of a challenge, I could go without bait, but at that point, it just feels silly, you know? Because at that point, it feels like it's just taking way too long. This provides me with a decent amount of time, a decent amount of fish, and a decent amount of enjoyment and excitement. You know? But yeah, if you're definitely the type of person who doesn't have a lot of time, make better bait, 100%. I'm not telling you to live your life the way that I live it, obviously. I'm not telling you to play the game the way I play it. I'm just saying this is why I like doing this. But yeah, if there is any No Man's Sky players out there that have unique ways of fishing, interesting or fun ways of fishing, let me know. I'm always up to trying something new when it comes to what I like doing in No Man's Sky. If there is a more interesting way to fish, I'm all ears. Put a comment down below if you're watching this in video format. I do not regret using my father's gift money to buy a warming mat. I know a lot of people would be like, oh, there are better things you could do with that money. And I'm like, meh. It's my gift money. I'm going to spend it the way I want to. It's not a lot. So it's not like I got something big. And I've got enough groceries to last me the rest of the month. I stocked up at the beginning of the month, as I usually do. Granted, that means as a snack, I'm eating a pack of $1 hot dogs. It's just, you know. It's just, priorities, you know? I didn't feel like popcorn today. I felt like a meaty snack. So, hot dogs, perfectly good. Little treat. Oh, I just realized I I was successful. I'm done. The mission's complete. Whoops. Alright, well, I'll catch this fish and then I'll go turn in the mission. As well as throw back all of the fish. Oh god, there's a new commercial on Spotify apparently. I'm not gonna say what it's for, but they're playing a song from they're parroting a song from what is it? You know what? I'm not gonna say, because then it'll be like I'm mentioning that commercial, and I don't want you guys to. I am not a fan of promoting anything greedy. And I got the standing, and did I get the right prize? Where's the prize? Did I just not get it? I didn't get it. It was an ion battery, wasn't it? Oh, maybe I did. I don't know. I didn't see. I saw the money, and I saw the Vakeen reputation. I did not see the ion battery, though. So maybe I got it. I don't know. I already have a lot of ion batteries. Oh. Oh, that's the proposal. That's not the building. The building done yet? Yes. Oh, no, that's a management decision. Well, might as well check it out. No. Oh, you know what? I also need to take a picture for my thumbnail. I tend to forget to do that, and when I've been forgetting to do it in past live streams, instead I just go up and try to find a random screenshot of No Man's Sky somewhere on the internet, and then I use that for a backdrop, and then I plop something else on. Like a PNG image of a Sentinel. Those of you who look at my chat, or those of you watching the archives and see my recommended videos along the side there are probably looking at the thumbnail I'm talking about right now, and they're like, yeah, there it is right there. I can see. That thumbnail, though, the backdrop of it is actually from an old picture that I took, so. Alright. I want me to listen to their pleas. No pending decision? What does that mean? Oh, did I go to a wrong settlement? I think I did, yeah. I was supposed to go to Hart. Heck, I would argue that buying a pack of hot dogs as a snack is better than buying a bag of chips as a snack, because a pack of hot dogs is $1 because I'm buying generic. There are a lot of other brands of hot dogs out there. It's just the one that I get were on sale, 30 cents off. They're usually $1.30, but that's still cheaper than buying a bag of chips these days, which can be anywhere from $2, even generic. I'm talking about generic wise. Could be $2 to $3, depending on the type of chip that you're getting. So hell, I feel like a pack of hot dogs is cheaper than a bag of chips. And a better snack as a result, because it's A, giving you more protein, and B, it's giving you more energy. It's protein, it's sort, depending on what. Mine is like combination chicken beef hot dog. So, you know, you're getting that little bit of beef, that little bit of chicken. Well, with chips, what are you getting? You getting potato, you're getting a starch. Sure, it can give you protein, but it's not, you know, it's not as good as meat. Idarani, the settlement's residents. Oh yeah, I remember bringing them on board. Hey, what's up? Settlement's resident psychologist has volunteered for additional duties. Oh, well, that's great. They will serve the community in whatever way the overseer feels is needed. Improve citizen content. I don't know, I feel like as a psychologist he could do that. Search for cost savings. I don't know. I don't think a psychologist would be good at money management, so I don't think he'd be happy with money management. So I think I'll have him improve the citizens' happiness, you know? He's a psychologist. He could go around and boost people's morale and such. I'm pretty sure that somebody who knows a lot about psychology would be capable of doing that. If anything, he could be, you know, like a oh, what are they called? Therapist. He could be like a therapist and listen to people's problems and such, so. There we go. There. Make people a little bit happier, day by day. Yeah, 90%. That's good. And we're already doing okay, because with the past couple of decisions I've made, I've brought down the maintenance cost by over 100,000 a day. So we're doing really well. And like I said, our productivity has reached over 1 million. So, yeah, we're doing good. Alright, back to my base to collect the fish from the trap and throw all the fish back. And then I'll see if the building needs more material. And then I'll end the stream. It's been like an hour and a half now, I think. A little under an hour and a half. No, a little over an hour and a half. I want to say like an hour and 45 minutes. That should give us another half hour. And I finished my hot dog, so I am starting to get a little bit tired. I guess I could check on the Roomba mop pads. See if they need changing before I head to sleep. Okay, no, well, the building is gonna take another 26 minutes. Wow, okay. I might have to find something else to do. I thought it was really close to being, you know what, since it's gonna take like 26 minutes, I might as well not collect those fish yet. Hey, what are you doing on my parking spot? I guess I could do another mission. Let's see what's available. Oh goodness, where's my, oh no. Oh no. Because I walked onto the ship, it made it think that, oh dang it. See what they have in my Corvette. If I don't like any of those missions, then I'll go up to the space station and I'll see what they have available at the space station. Do one of those missions. If it's fishing again, I'm not going to do fishing. Don't worry, I'm not going to put you guys through that again. I just like doing a little bit of it every day. I've already done that today already, too. I'm not going to do that again. All those seem boring. Let's go see if there's anything interesting on the space station. It might as well take off and... Corvette. Oh yeah, there's no bottom, is there? It's neat that they've taken to making the cockpits more unique, in that they allow you to have like a glass bottom to your cockpit, so you could see what's below you as well. It's a nifty idea. On paper, it doesn't seem safe, but I like it. It especially makes sense with the Corvette, where you cannot have anything underneath of it, because it's a Corvette. Meanwhile, with a Starship, you have to have something underneath of it because it's a part of the engine, you know? So, it's really cool that they gave a little bit of attention to that. I hate that I can't take pictures yet until I get to a level 4 with the Merchants Guild. It was one of the things that was keeping me, that was like giving me a reminder. Oh yeah, take a picture today, you know? Well, whatever it is I do here, I'll take a picture of it. Astral Shootout. That sounds interesting. Entirely safe consignment. Deliver an item. That sounds sketchy. Heavyweight Storm. Kill 2 predators. That sounds way too easy. Just 2? That's it. I don't know. Who is that gonna help? The Explorers Guild? Share your goods. Raid a planetary harvester. That's to help with your relation to the Vy'keen, and I already do a good job of that as is, so I don't need to do it. Plus, that's like... It was a headache, you know? It's gonna give me a bunch of stuff I don't need. Gonna take up a lot of space, and... You know, just... I could do it the easy way or the hard way, where I'll stand my ground and fight all of the sentinels. That'll take a good bit of time, but, you know, ultimately be annoying. Or I could just run out of there, use my cloaking device, and get the hell out of there. Either way, it's gonna waste space. It's not worth it for the rewards, as you can see. That's not a lot of money. And I mean, I'm already capable of getting reputation with the Vy'keen just by fishing, so yeah, I'm kind of torn between doing these two, because this one right here is going to help with the Merchants Guild reputation, which obviously I still need to work on. Well, this one right here seems like a lot of fun, and the navigation data I don't need, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to shoot up some pirates. You know what? Just because I need to do this, I'm going to take it on. I'm going to do it. It's sketchy, too. There might be something interesting behind this mission. Something I don't know. So, yeah. Okay, did that change my log? Yes, it did. Good. Ooh, what kind of ships do we got parked here? I am still looking for another squadron member. Wow, look at that ship. Nice colors, dude. Not an S-class, though. I want an S-class. I want to start replacing all of my A-class squadron members with S-class squadron members and I have yet to see an S-class ship. Yeah, let's see where they want me to go. Deliver the unstable injector to a secure depot. Client has provided direct coordinates to a nearby star system. Star system. Sing star system. In space. Consult the galaxy map. Okie doke. Alright, it was way over there. Come on. You can do it. Go up. What's going on? Why isn't it... Damn it. Ugh, fine. I'll just... Wow, this is kind of far out here. I've already been here, but... Oh, I see. This is the system where I was before. What the hell? I could just teleport here. This is my old system. Are you sure it's there? No. Oh, it's the system. It literally is the system right next to me. Okay. Thank God. I was like, I don't want to go all the way back there. Here it is, I think. Right? This is where I'm at. Yeah, here. I was like, well, that seems a little harsh. Why do you want me to go all the way back there? Tree Rick system. Do I have the goods already? Well, maybe I'd have to collect them. Deliver the instability injector. Okay, I guess I already have the supplies. Instability injector. That sounds dangerous. Feels like I'm doing something illegal right now. Oh. It's popped up. Well, I don't know where I'm gonna land. It looks like I'm going to have to... I'm gonna have to get out the old-fashioned way. Not just kidding. This is a newfangled way. Either jump out the back or beam me down. Oh, this is a dangerous planet. It has some interesting weather. Oh, life support's running low. 2%. Wow, I was close. Almost ran out. Well, this is what I meant by the old-fashioned way. Instead of just beaming up there, I'll have to climb up these ladders. Yeah, it's a gravitational anomaly. It's no big deal. Hi, guys. Excuse me. Totally interrupted their business. The client's secure lockbox will handle all scanning and other administrative tasks. All I need to do is hand the item over. Deliver item 1, instability injector. I feel like there's an alternate path you could take here. You could refuse If you decline, there won't be any penalties. You could just talk to the machine and do it again to deliver it if you wanted to. But if you wanted to, you could take the instability injector and sell it. And I don't know what would happen if you did that. I mean, obviously it feels like you would fail the mission, but, you know, who knows? Something else might happen. Maybe the Sentinels will show up and try to kill you or something. Who knows? But I'm not willing to find out. I want to complete this mission. There we go. This is just that easy. Boring, but easy. Ooh. Oh, it's just purple because of the atmosphere. It's a nice ship, though. This is a B. Not bad. Definitely not going to be squadron material, but if you wanted to have a neat looking ship, that's a good one. Gonna take a picture in a minute. I want to kind of check each one of the landing pads to see if there's any S-class ships. Nope. No S-classes here. We got a hauler here, though. Pretty big one. Take a look at it. It's a balling hauler. Yeah, B. If you like chicken-looking ships, this will be a good one for you. Sometimes I really like the ships that look like chickens because they make me laugh. Like that one right there. It's the cockpit itself. When it has the cockpit that's kind of high up like this, it makes me laugh because it looks a little bird-like. Is the storm still going on? Yeah. Whoa, too high. I'm fine. Let's take a picture during the storm. That's the perfect time. Try to get my Corvette in this image too. Could have the logo on the side there. You could barely see my character, but that's fine. That's kind of what I like. Ooh, I kind of like that you can see the planet back there. With the weather conditions making all of that go up around in my character, if you know where to look where my character is, it kind of looks like my character's powering up. like Ultra Super Saiyan. Like what's it called? I've God, it's been a couple of months now since I watched anything Dragon Ball related. Ultra Instinct, that's it. Yeah, that's a good picture. I'll take that. There we go. Alright, back to my ship. Wee, just slowly floating. I didn't even have to give myself that little boost with my jetpack because the anomalous weather conditions. I could have just floated down. I think out of all of the storms that happen in No Man's Sky, that's my favorite one because it has no repercussions. It does send you up really high, but if you're still in the storm system, you don't have to worry about falling back down. I think it also kind of gives you a boost to your jetpack, if I remember correctly. I think the only downside to it is it's hard to see. Alright, so I could either turn it in at this space station or I could go back to the old space station and turn it in there. But I may as well... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. I may as well turn it in at this space station. I thought maybe they were sending me to a different location to return Wait, what's that? Somebody is trying to... Hi, what's up? Status for Doom. The communicator image sputters, the signal weakening repeatedly. Engineer Ostashun's ship appears to be in urgent need of repair. Oh, yeah, sure, here you go. This is filled with gratitude. They give me what they can spare before departing to repair their ship. And there you go, bud. Oh, thank you. Oh, nanites. Oh, thank you. You don't see that one too often. I've had that happen to me before, but it's rare when that happens. Like someone just stops you in space and is like, "Help me! I need some item to help repair my ship." It's just coincidence that I had some dehydrogen jelly on me, fortunately. Because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to help the guy. There wouldn't have been any negative consequences for that, keep in mind. If you wouldn't be able to help him, then he would have just kept going on and nothing would have happened, you know? He wouldn't have lost reputation or, you know, incurred a fee. No bad guys would show up to hurt you. Nothing like that. It's just a moment where you can get stuff for free if you have the right thing to trade. There you go. Hooray. I got the exosuit upgrade. I don't need it anymore though. That's the... Oh wait, that's a map. Right. Now instead of getting exosuit upgrades, I get maps that lead to exosuit upgrades. Which I think is a cool idea, because if you have another save data that you need exosuit upgrades on, well, no, I can't say that you can trade. But I mean, technically, if you have alternate accounts and have another console to play on, you could do it that way. But other than that, if you're already full on exosuit upgrades, you could just oh right, my freighter's not here. You can just go to the space anomaly and give it to someone that might need it. You know what? I may as well use the teleporter here. I don't know why I'm running back like I'm gonna warp back to my own star system with the galaxy map. I could, but there's no point because that would waste fuel. Space stations. Chicken wing. I'm not too upset that that kid named this star system Chicken Wing. I love chicken, as I said. And I'm a big fan of chicken wings. Not so much lately though, because I've been trying to cut down on spicy foods, especially during the holidays where it can kind of present stomach problems because of all the other things that I'd be eating. But it's just a little ridiculous. It's funny, don't get me wrong, I think it's funny, but every time that I come here I have to be like trying to go back to my chicken wings. Let's head on home. I'm gonna see if I can park my ship in my Corvette spot. That's the other funny thing about Corvettes, is you have to literally park them. You don't get a nice convenient landing pad. You have to park it like how you used to before they created the landing pads for you to land on. But yeah, before they had the next update, no, it wasn't the next update. I think it was the what was it called? It was the one that introduced base building. Settlement update? No, that was literally for settlements. I can't remember. It was the update that gave us the ability to make bases. Like it was like the third update to No Man's Sky when the game first came out. And it gave us landing pads that we could create anywhere, well, not anywhere, but on bases and stuff like that. Before that update, we used to always have to land our space station, our not space stations, our ships. We had to land our ships the old-fashioned way, like what I'm demonstrating here. This thing's huge, though. It's gonna be hard to land. I should have come in from the other side. I'm just happy that the Corvette has the ability to hover. I'm glad that that's one of the things that the Corvette can do. Here we go. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see how well I did. Just like when you park a car, you can't really be sure if you did a perfect parking job until you get out your car. Let's take a look. Oh, not too far away from... Yeah, it's not that bad. This is pretty close. Got the strip here. It's about 1 block away. One tile. 1 tile away from perfect parking spot. Not too bad. Pretty good. Alright. 2 more minutes. Dang. That almost wasted enough time. But yeah, at least it gave me an interesting location to take a picture. So that's good. Let's go ahead and warp back to the settlement. And then maybe just wait it out a little bit for about a minute or so. Upgrade the building, come back here, grab all the fish, release all of the fish, and then we'll call it a day. Pretty productive day. I did everything in my settlements, my freighter, did some fishing, I did 2 missions, took a picture for the thumbnail, and I helped build a building. Pretty productive day. Naturally, if I had more time, if I wasn't starting to get tired, I'd be playing for a lot longer. On the weekends, I play the game way longer, but I don't like to stream on the weekends because I never really know if I'm gonna feel like playing or not once I get back from work. Not only that, but sometimes when I get back from work, I'm a little upset or groggy or in pain. So I don't want to bring that kind of energy to the stream, you know? So to those of you who are like, oh, why don't you stream on the weekends? I'm like, sorry, my work on the weekends just exhausts me sometimes. And for as much as I do love streaming, especially as a hobby, there are some times when I'm just not... when it's just not a good time to stream. It's not a good idea to stream, you know? Like a couple days ago when I was supposed to stream Cat Quest, a few friends offered to, you know, take me out. We had been doing a lot since the beginning of the new year. and they were like, hey, we know this really nice place. And we went there. We had like a couple of drinks to celebrate the new year. But they could tell that I wasn't into it, and they mostly realized it's because I didn't really have the money. But I was like, I kind of want to stream later on today. And they were like, nah, come on, we know you want to go out. We'll pay for your drinks. It's okay. I'm like, yeah. I don't feel too bad about have people offering me a drink, you know? But at the same time, they understand why it's a little embarrassing. Whoa, damn, they did a lot. With just the little bit I gave them. Wow, the autophage trade centers are... That's where these arcs are... Okay, because I haven't been seeing a lot of the weird tubing that I have been seeing on the bases that I've been building on my base. And I'm like, I don't usually see these weird cylindrical structures on the sides of the bases. This is the kind of building where they come from. It's a trade building. All right. Because sometimes I look at the autophage parts and I'm like, wow, it's a jumbled mess of things. And then sometimes I feel like things are exclusive to base building. But no, it's this is where it is. It's the base, it's the trade building. Trade center. 2 quantum computers. Oh, okay. I don't have those, so let's make some. It's been a while since I made some quantum computers, I think. They're like round disc shaped. Did I pass it? There. I'm gonna need 2 microprocessors. I think I've made a microprocessor recently. Yeah, I did. Carbon nanotube. I'm gonna need 2 of those, actually. Oh yeah, I was thinking to myself, I did make quantum computers recently, but then I remembered I did that during the expedition. I did that on Exo's save file, so... Yeah, it had been a while since I've made a quantum computer on this save file. Or needed to, anyway. Alright, there we go. It's the next leg of construction underway. It'll take another 2 hours, so may as well call it a day. It was like, if it was like 20 minutes, like how it was for that smaller building, I would say, you know what, I could find something else to do, maybe. Do another mission, stay awake a little longer. But I'm starting to get a little bit too tired. And this feels like a good stopping point. Nothing left to do. No expeditions to send anyone on. Buildings are under construction. I got fish to turn in, so we'll do that and then call it a day. Bryce even stopped by and said hello. I got to catch up with him on some stuff. That's good. So we did get a new subscriber, but I guess I said something in my last stream to upset them because they immediately unsubscribed. It could have been that person that stopped by the stream, you know? Me and April did not see them. And I'm going to give you a shout out once the stream is over, but if that's the case, I'm sorry. Even though you unsubscribed to me, you did subscribe just for that little bit of time, so I feel like I owe you a little bit of a thank you. Ooh, got some waves. Oh, that's why the ship landed. Oh. Oh, I must have gotten this as payment for something. I know I have some here. Okay, maybe I don't. Well, it's a defense chip. I think I know why. It's because typically that's something that you'd use to help yourself out. Oh, I'm a little too far away from my starship. I'll just leave it in there then. This, though, I do know. I have some more. But yeah, like I was saying, if you want to, you could turn these into people on the space anomaly, because there are people who would need something like that, so you'd be doing them a favor. I've got a lot of fish to turn in. I do feel bad about that. It's mostly because of the stream disconnecting yesterday the way that it did. And it did that after the stream too. I had a couple of things to do before I went to bed, and the internet cut out again. So when I woke up that morning, I noticed that while the internet was working, Spectrum's website wasn't working all that well, because I tend to check their maintenance systems to make sure my internet is safe, because I don't like the idea of someone just randomly popping in to use our Wi-Fi. We have secure Wi-Fi, we have a password, but I'm not putting it past some people around here to be able to try and hack into our systems. People are freaky like that. Into our Wi-Fi router. So I like to monitor and make sure there aren't any oddities showing up using our Wi-Fi. And the system was down. And it kind of got me worried for a second. Because I was like, is it going to be safe for me to use the internet today? But I contacted Spectrum Internet, and they said that they're doing maintenance, and that explains why the internet was up, but their system monitoring was down. I guess because they were doing maintenance on that portion of their website, so they had to temporarily take it down. Obviously, that doesn't impact our internet as is, but it does make it to where those who want to access that part of the website cannot access it. Because it was telling me, like, it was like, there is nothing connected to our internet. Your internet is not working. And I'm like, I'm using the internet to see this message right now. So this is very confusing. So yeah, I got in contact with someone that told me that it was down. Not only that, but on their website they have like an automated feature that will typically let you know when the system is down. And I used it. But it's such a generic statement. It was like your system is temporarily unavailable. You know, it just says that. So I'm like, okay, well, why? I want to know why. So I had to call and contact someone. Because I was like, I don't want it to be an issue of somebody learned our password and was going into that section and blocking me from being able to see this stuff. Because from my end, the way it looked like I didn't have access to the management systems. And I was like, that's not right. I know my sister wouldn't do this because while my sister does have the password, she doesn't really care too much about what happens with the internet. She leaves me to worry about stuff like that. So that's just like another reason, you know, if there was something fishy going on with our internet service, I'd have to be like, yeah, guys, don't use the internet today. It's unsafe. But yeah, that's the other reason I also do that, to make sure nothing's going to go wrong while I'm at work. I've only started doing that recently, as of, well, not, I don't want to say last year, but the year before, near the end of the year, you know, for obvious reasons. Donald Trump is making it easy for hackers and scammers to operate on the internet. Just because he's that much of a corrupt asshole, he's boosting up all of the other corrupt assholes in the world. So yeah, I've only just now started doing regular security inspections on our internet to make sure everything is on the up and up. And that had never really happened to me before over the past year that I've been doing it. So it was like my brain just went into panic mode, like, I've seen this before, this is new to me, I'm scared. What do I do? I should contact someone that isn't a robot. Alright, so now I should be able to put this into my starship. Set it... I tend to like putting things like this on an offshoot of the inventory so that I don't accidentally use it. But yeah, you use that ship to try and help defend your ship. Your ship. Your starship, not your freighter or your base or anything like that. But you use it to defend your starship from pirates. Because when you use it, the pirates go away. They're just like, oh no, he's called the police, let's go. But yeah, it is a useful little tool. Especially if you're someone that doesn't have a squadron yet. I think if the pirates persist and they do pop in to fight you, using that ship will summon some sentinel forces to show up and help you fight the pirates. I don't know. It's been a very long time since I used one of those. I just kind of remember using it, and then the pirates gave up on showing up, you know? I feel like there's a window that you're supposed to use that ship in, and if you're not successful in doing so, the pirates show up and fight you anyway. Oh, I forgot to see how many units we made today from fishing. Oh well. Nice. Okay, everything's all set and ready for the next time I load up. So let's head on back to the title screen. Okay, so that does it for another day of All Creator Live. I would like to thank Bryce for stopping by and hanging out. It was good seeing you again. I'm happy you're having fun with all the stuff that you got for Christmas. I'm eager to see you play Final Fantasy. I keep saying Final Fantasy. I'm eager to see you play Dragon Quest VII. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. The art style looks like a lot of fun, that's for sure. I am glad that they decided to do a full-on remake as opposed to just dumping the files and then giving them an HD upgrade like some companies do. But yeah, to those watching in the archives, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Also don't forget to share the video. That helps me out as well. And thank you for doing so. There's no way of me to know if you're sharing the video or not, but if you are, thank you. And speaking of which, let's take a look. We did get that one subscriber yesterday that stopped in and then unsubscribed because I was being rude and not saying hello to them. And I'm very sorry. I did not mean to do that. I just completely forgot to turn back on the chat to speech function, and that's why I could not hear you. So to Jessica, thank you so much for subscribing, and I know you've unsubscribed, and I understand why. I was very rude and I did not mean to be. So if you are out there through some miracle and you're seeing this in the archives, I humbly apologize, and thank you for at least being generous in considering subscribing to my channel. That was very nice of you. But yeah, to everybody else watching in the archives, I hope you will subscribe. And I hope you will tune in next time that I stream. I'm going to be streaming more Genshin Impact on Monday. We're going to be covering more of Durin's story, as well as doing some more of the Witch's homework. So that should be a lot of fun. And tomorrow, we're once again going to be initiating the weekend poll. And I'm going to have you guys vote to see exactly what life I decide to undertake when me and my sister play Fantasy Life I on Wednesday. So yeah, look forward to that. It should be a lot of fun. And if you're looking to join us in the weekend poll to vote alongside of everyone else, you can subscribe and get notified as to when it is it happens. But I usually like to run it between Friday and Monday. So you got 3 days to decide. I think it's going to be a toss-up between, Paladin and Wizard. So whichever one you think wants, whichever one you want to win, vote and see. All right, everybody, I'm gonna get to sleep. Don't forget to vote Democrat. Stay safe, sleep easy, eat plenty of food, and I will see you Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Good night.